Welcome back, everybody. I figured it was about time I gave you a tour of my micro camper. It's a Ford Transit Connect XLT, a 2010. I built it out really to just be a reasonably stealth, but you still know it's a camper. So let's start with what's on the outside. So as we go up to the roof, you'll notice that everything is mounted to the Vantech rails. I found those, just a quick, the Yakima deflector, that's actually going to get switched out for the large one. The Overland Pros shower and change room, we'll add that. And then I've got 200 watt Renogy solar panels up there. As we move around, you will see my max fan. This is the 7500 Deluxe, I believe. And then coming around to the Ironman 4x4 awning. So how about we open the awning so you can see what that looks like. Moving to the inside, the first thing you notice is the vinyl plank flooring. My Blackstone's obviously sitting there, and then I'm currently set up in kind of what I would consider kind of the lounge configuration. It's a sofa, my cushions are just set up against the side, a nice, easy, real comfortable spot for multiple people to sit. Turn some lights on the inside just so we've got a little better to see, and then obviously there's storage in my fridge underneath. So the first thing we'll do is get into what's in this storage unit. So with our core storage area here, what we've got is a 3-drawer system. This is actually in a small, almost a home networking rack, like a server rack. So it's a 19-inch rack. It is a 6U rack. So I've got 3 drawers in it, just to give me space to really do things on it. So the first top drawer, I just kind of keep my cutting boards, grater, stuff like that. Real small stuff is in there. Bottle opener, very important always. My second drawer, some may call this kind of the junk drawer. It's actually where I keep tools. I've got things set in here, just the basic, keeping a torque wrench, impact, a broom for cleaning things out, just some bungees, stuff that's helpful. Bottom drawer down here is really my kitchen drawer. So everything from bowls and plates, I've got my pans, utensils, mugs, basically anything that I need quick access to for the kitchen is in that drawer. So it's pretty full right now, but that's in there. And they're all lockable so they don't go swinging open while I'm driving. There we go. Next up is the fridge. That's just on a couple little bungees just to stop it from sliding while driving, because it does slide right out. So quick, easy access. This is the Set Power 21 liter. It can get down way into freezing temperatures. I've actually had it down freezing where it kept ice cream. So it does have a couple little things that you can add to it. So I'm just sitting around. Drop a little cup holder on there that it comes with, so that's kind of handy. I just kind of keep that sitting over there when I'm not using it, so I don't hit it. And I just close it up. Now, right over here is my indoor kitchen space. But it's also part of the bed. So as I move some stuff over here, you'll see I've got the cushion here. This cushion just comes off and exposes right there. I've got a single 1800 watt induction cooktop, and you'll see how that works when I get more to electrical. And then a little sink there that runs off of the water pump that's all stored below that. Also have a 5-gallon gray tank right there and a 7-gallon freshwater tank on that side. So I'll show you the plumbing from the other side. It's still pretty rough, but that's the kitchen area. So while my plumbing section is functional, you'll notice the 5-gallon tank on the left here. That comes out through the sink down into a real shallow P-trap, then into a drain out of that will just get hooked up. There'll be a box to fill that in. I just haven't closed it all in yet. And then I've got my pump and my water fill here that just goes off of a regular hose. There is a single one-way valve that keeps everything going into that 7-gallon tank. So that all feeds, you notice the power line, that's actually for the induction stove that goes up into this outlet here. And we'll talk about the electrical in a minute. So first off, about the bed. The bed is one of the biggest things I got a question about. It's on slats with 2 locking 500-pound drawer slides, one on each side. It does take up the full width, and it's a single mattress. So let's speed it up so that I can move the seats forward, fit all the pieces together. It started as an original single piece, put some covers on separated pieces of 6-inch with regular foam, then memory foam on top. So once I put that all together, we can make this obviously look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and shift into that. So welcome back, and here is the bed, fully made. You might notice like those are actually just storing some extra blankets right now. The main pillows are below. I just set those to the side. It is just shy of a full-size bed. So it's 48 inches wide by 75 inches long. So, and then you'll notice I got just a little storage space over there. Bungees just to hold some stuff in. Great spot for keeping the paper towels. It's where I keep kind of almost a little pantry. So often I'll keep those in it. And then when I pan around to this side, this is my electrical side. So this is going to get covered up, but we'll walk you through this in a minute. So I'm going to walk you through the electrical system now in the micro camper. This is the top section. Down below, we've got a bit more underneath. I'll show you that in some other footage here in a moment. But starting on the left, on the top panel, you'll see the remote for my MaxxAir 7000 Deluxe that's in the roof. Then below that is an HDMI port. That HDMI port actually goes up to the roof so that I have a small projector in the ceiling, an anchor capsule too. So it's got USB-C for power as well as HDMI we can plug in. That's up in the ceiling. Then beside it, that's the aux beam 12 volt 8-port switch pod, the panel right there. Below it to the left, you'll see the box for it. As I kind of zoom in, show you that. Then beside that, next thing you have is the solar cutoff, and then a Renogy 50 amp DC to DC and MPPT. So that's going to run off the solar you saw on the roof. And then beside that, on the very end, you'll see the comms hub, followed by a carbon monoxide, so very important. And then when you go up top, I've got just a cigarette lighter outlet, voltmeter, and some USB ports. My BT2 for the Renogy, and then the remote on-off for the 2000 watt inverter. So now as we go underneath the bed, underneath you'll see a couple things. It's a Renogy 2000 watt inverter right there. Back below that, behind that, are 2 100 amp hour smart lithium batteries, and then a main cutoff here as well. So everything stays right in that space. Looking at the back of it, you'll also notice I keep my camp toilet right here. So I'm going to show you that here in a second when I open my shower room. So with the shower room, also really just kind of becomes a changing room. Unzipped it here, take you inside. You'll see it's got zippers here, which is nice. So if I have the door open, it just gives me access right down into the camper. so I can sit clothes there or whatever, keep them dry or whatever. But then also, I step out to be able to see it. This gives me a place to house the Trelino Evo S composting toilet. So, gives me a nice little space as an extra changing room off the side, and just a little more space again. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this quick tour of my micro camper build. I still need to finish up a bunch of little details. Obviously, you see there's still a lot of insulation you're seeing. You know, it's the storage up top. I just got to clean that up, do some carpeting on some of the walls. But functionally, it works great. One of the things you'll see I add here, actually for the roof, and show that to you, there's the fan there. It's going to get the trim around it. But then there's LED lights all the way around, just for that nice kind of subdued lighting with some warm light. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like it, make sure to like and subscribe, of course. And I'll show some more content as I build it out and finish it up. And who knows what the next project will be.